Hi guys, this is day 6 of my fitness journey. Let's start this vibration play and talk about what's going on at the border because it is sickening. Let's turn this on. 15 minutes. Start. And we got full throttle. All right. So let's talk. First, I want to know if anyone that follows me or has subscribed is or has been affected by what's going on. This is crazy. People in my area around where I live are scared to even go to the grocery store. Like, imagine your friends that have children who are scared to go to the store just because they're afraid to get arrested. And there's the little ones hungry. Like, this is an issue. My husband is Hispanic and I am scared. I don't know what just happened to this, but it's not working. We're gonna see if it stays where it's supposed to stay. It keeps like going down. Like I was saying. So this is affecting everybody. I'm speechless. Like, there's so much I want to say, but I'm speechless. I'm scared. I'm scared for family. I'm not scared for my family because I know if my husband were to get deported, we would have a place to go. We would be able to go to Mexico. We have a home there. We have enough resources to get by if we were to go there. But not everyone does. And not everyone who is illegal does criminal things. It's hard. It's a very touchy subject. I know almost every immigrant that I have met has came here to the U.S. to have a better life. When I lived in Mexico, we had a store and we would work all day. We had the store open from early in the morning, from 7 o'clock in the morning till 11 o'clock at night. We closed it. And we made, maybe if it was a good day, 300 pesos. 300 pesos divided by 20, because the dollar is 20 pesos, is what? It's about $10. Okay. That's minimum wage here, if not more. Yeah. Imagine working all day for $10. So we lived there and we came back during COVID because during COVID we weren't allowed to sell alcohol. And I came with my children and my husband came after. And our life has been great up until now. We bought our first home We bought our first vehicle. Everything has been working, going into place, right? And it's not like it was before, where an immigrant could marry a citizen and they were just automatically approved for citizenship. That's not how it is. You can't just get married to a citizen and then you're automatically legal. That's not how it works. It's a process. They look at how many entries the person has. They look at their background, right? My husband has no background. He's never did anything. He has no record. But he has, he came in illegally. So what do I do? Now I gotta tell my kids, if something happens, we gotta leave. Yeah. And our home is occupied. Our home that we had in Mexico is no longer, it's not empty, it's not just sitting there. His mom, his dad, his brother, his sister, and her son live there. So how many people is that? His mom, his dad, his brother, his sister, and her son. 5 people. In a 3-bedroom, 1-bath house. Plus that's 6. 11 people living in a 3-bedroom, 1-bath home. We could do it. We can make it work. We can. I can't complain. But just imagine having everything and having it being swept underneath you and taken away. It sucks. I opened a roofing company. Do you know how many Americans applied to work for me? Guess. How many Americans applied to work for me? I'll let you think about it. I'll tell you. None. 0. You know what the Americans do in my town? They stand on a corner with a sign begging for food because they're lazy. And they'd rather sit on a corner and ask and beg than get up and go find a job. Because if they were smart, they could ask someone like me for a job. They'd rather sit there on the corner. Lazy. Do you know how many immigrants have asked me for a job? Plenty. That's who's making the roofs on your homes. What's going to happen when the roofs start to leak and there's nobody to fix it? What's going to happen to the crops when they stop fertilizing it? How are we going to get our fruit? How are we going to get our vegetables? Are you going to go ask Bobby standing on a corner to do that? You think he's going to do it? He's going to last 5 seconds and he's going to want a smoke break that he has to have. Or he's going to use that money that you paid him and he's going to go buy alcohol and he ain't going to show up to work. That's what's going to happen. Right? Lazy. So lazy. In 2016, I was living in an apartment with my 2 oldest daughters. And I left to Mexico. I left everything I had. I had a van. I left it with my grandma. And when I came back, they sold it. Yeah, it was sold. I didn't get that back. I lived with my dad and my grandma for about a month. And I worked at a restaurant serving tables. And I saved money. And in a month from coming back from Mexico, not having anything, I got an apartment. And in 2 months, I got a car. And I had my 2 daughters. So there was no excuse that I didn't have a babysitter. It worked. I served tables. 2 months, I had an apartment and I had a car. Okay? 3 months passed. My husband came here. And he worked, 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 and he worked. During the spring and the summer, he would roof. And in the winter, I would serve tables. And then at the end of 2023, when eggs went from $4 for a 36 carton, the 2 packs of 18 eggs went from $4 to $12, things started to get rough. I started serving tables, plus door dashing, plus Uber Eats. With 4 kids, that wasn't enough. That wasn't enough. And we were getting food stamps. It wasn't enough. I was working 3 jobs. Serving tables, door dashing, and Uber Eats. 3 jobs. Plus the food stamps. That was helping me. Because I wasn't making enough. So I was eligible, right? I was in tears because I didn't have Christmas for my kids. So you know what I did? I used this, and instead of moping around, crying, I opened a roofing business. And in a year, I now am a homeowner, and I am now a business owner. But as easy as it was to get, it's easy to get taken away. All thanks to that vote. I didn't vote. I kidded about it and thought about it. I wasn't going to vote for someone who was bringing people that was involved with Diddy. I was not about to vote for that. Someone that's involved with Diddy, that's supposedly involved with fires. No, I didn't vote for her. I also didn't vote for the president now. I didn't vote. Because I wasn't about to feel like it was my fault for this crap that's going on. What has this world came to? Does anyone have an education background? Is anyone okay? Or are we all like not here? I don't know. I feel like I'm the only sane. I feel like my little family, me, my husband, and my kids are like the only sane family. Or am I wrong? Every other mother, I don't have friends because all these females are giving their kids freaking gummies so they'll go to sleep. Like, you're a mom. If your kid's crying, tend to them. If they're hungry, tend to them. If they're screaming because you're on a freaking live, get off of it and tend to them. Why do you open your legs if you're not going to take care of your kids? Hello? Why are you going to give them a freaking gummy? Are you serious? Or get drunk because you're so stressed. Oh, you're so stressed because little Johnny was crying. You shouldn't have opened your legs. Or you're so stressed you need to smoke. You shouldn't have opened your legs. You shouldn't have opened your legs. I don't feel sorry for you. I don't feel sorry for you if you're standing over here with a sign. Get off of your lazy behind and get a job. And keep it. Do us all a favor. Oh, but I forgot. You're an addict, so I don't feel sorry for people anymore. I am so sick and tired of all these lazy freaking bums. I am so tired of it. It's annoying. It's gross. It bothers me. What do you have going for yourself? When you're doing this with me, great. pretty optimistic tonight just because of the news. Like, it's crazy. I don't know what's going to happen. Life was so good here, but maybe we should just leave. Because at least we'll have fruits and veggies. At least the thing of eggs isn't going to cost us $12. Right? At least we don't have to worry about people holding signs up. You know what I've seen? When people don't have food to eat in Mexico, they're not holding up a freaking sign. Little Johnny's not holding up a sign. You know what? There's people who have no feet working and selling things. Oh, but we got lazy girls here. We have lazy women who rather use their body. You need to get up and work. That is not a real job. It's not. If you're throwing yourself around on a pole and then crying because you have daddy issues, I do not feel sorry for you. You could make so much more than that, and your confidence would rise up. You would be so much happier. But it's easier in a night, right? But then you blow that money and then you're crying and doing it again. It's a cycle. Stop making excuses for yourself. Stop the nasty, horrific cycles. My dad wasn't in my life. He had other children, and he had another wife that he had to take care of. Jackie wasn't important. And I don't have daddy issues. That's why I'm successful. Because those kids, my brothers and sisters, needed him more than I did. My mom's an alcoholic. She won't admit it. She won't go to rehab. But I'm not an alcoholic. This is what I drink. Sparkling water. You all need to stop the cycles. Stop being lazy. We need people who can work. What are we going to do when the immigrants aren't available to us? My roofing business is going to fail because little Johnny doesn't want to work. Doesn't want to show up to work because I just paid him. Right? I just paid him, but he just went and blew all his money on dope. He just went and blew all his money on alcohol. So now I'm out of worker. I don't have enough crew members to help me. So now Jane doesn't have a roof, and her roof's leaking. Yeah. Just because of a vote. That one vote. Was it worth it? I am ashamed of everything that's going on. It's sad. It's sick, and it's so sad. And if my husband gets deported, what am I going to say to my son? And when he wakes up and he's like, where's my dad? But I'm not going to sit here and cry. I'm going to show him what it's like to work hard. I'm going to be an example to him. I'm not going to give him a gummy to shut him up. I'm going to tend to him. And I'm going to talk to him. And I'm going to tell him what happened. It's sad. It's depressing. It's my head is drained. I am stressed to the max. My 15 minutes is up on that vibration plate. Like I'm not even thinking straight. There's so much going on right now that I can't even just imagine having everything and then having it swept up. We could have a lot of luck and nothing happen. But just wait for the knock at my door. But we have rights. And I posted the rights that we have. And you don't have to open your door. Don't open your door. Be smart. Share your rights. And be kind. Because you don't know who you're hurting You don't know the truth. Just because someone is darker complected doesn't mean that they're a criminal. Just because someone's darker complected doesn't mean that they did something wrong. My mom's dark complected. And I can only imagine what's going to happen if ICE shows up to her work. Because she's not an immigrant. She's not. Yes? Alright, well, I'm going to go tend to my son. You all have a great night.